So last time we traveled in a desert, we hit some weather. We started losing camels, not chemicals, but camels.
Both.
And after I think we hit 3 days of travel, we've discovered some type of worm-like thing, and that's kind of where we ended. I think last session was just a lot of traveling.
You're not wrong.
The only thing I would add is that there were some key sightings of
Yep.
strange things.
Dragon Strange or Celestial Strange?
So you saw Absagal. Levi saw a weird thing running through the sky.
I also remember the obelisk.
Yep,
Oh,
the
yeah.
obelisk.
Getting into that argument.
There was an argument.
And the what's maze is pretty sure we're gonna kill him.
Yep. They are very worried for their safety, especially since Meepo kept repeating, "Why don't we just beat you up and take it?" Doesn't sound like a very professional escort.
Professional.
They didn't hire us because we're professional.
They hired you because they thought you were capable.
Capable, yes. Professional, no.
I think capable means not beating up the escort.
That was not part of the deal.
So, we're going to start this session with initiative. It's a combat session, guys.
Yeah.
KPK.
I would prefer not.
Feed me to Shy. Hold on.
I'm ready to lose my second character.
Okay.
I
25 to
want to
20.
write it. What?
25 to 20.
Hold on a second. I haven't rolled yet.
25 to 20 what?
For initiative.
That is an 8. So yeah.
Right.
Never mind.
Here, let me get on my phone.
Well,
Wherever I left it.
initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Who's got the hiccups?
That's me. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
They're gone now. I only ever get them like very short bursts and then they're done.
That happens to me where I'll have like a single hiccup.
So
I think the most I get is like 3. So 3 in a row really quickly and then they're done.
there's a very specific type of food that if I eat it, I will get the hiccups.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we had a 25 to 20. Sorry. Nobody?
No.
19 to 15.
Oh, I had a 15.
Oh, I forgot to do the other two.
You're so cute. Yes, you are. You're the cutest in the world. Sorry, I have a cat.
No, you're good.
It is now forever recorded onto YouTube.
I'll send you guys a photo of my other cat because I was going to crochet tonight.
But your other cat's on top of you or your stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, yeah, that's definitely that would be a issue.
Yep.
Be tempted to close the bag.
Oh.
She loves bags.
Close the bag.
14 to 10.
I'll show you guys. I also got a new board game, so I'll send those into the group chat.
What did y'all roll that nobody's speaking up?
A 9.
An 8. Hey, as a cleric, I'm perfectly okay with going last.
Pops look like denim.
But we don't know what Levi's number was.
No.
True.
Which
He disappeared.
I'm just going to put him at the bottom of the order.
This could never go wrong.
So we're going to say he got a 6.
Where did he go?
I don't know. The winds are whipping around the party. Oh, wait. Are we actually recording? Just make
Yeah.
sure. Okay.
Yep.
The winds are whipping around the party. This large, gargantuan shape has erupted out of the ground, knocking the camel and the tensor's floating disc full of people onto the ground. Katya, you are prone currently.
Oh.
Levi and his camel were not the ones struck, so they are fine where they are. There's not going to be too much movement in this battle. This is more so just to help me keep track of locations. So we begin combat. Now, a lot of you rolled pretty low. So first
Yeah.
up is Guide. For those of you bothering to look into his direction, you see him reach into his bag and pull out two odd daggers, very different from each other. One is a one that almost looks like it was made for gutting fish. It has a long metal blade with a hook on the end and with a jutting piece of metal that could be seen as a barb. The other is long and narrow, kind of uh, looking like an oddly bone white, with a piece of glass at the very end forming its pommel.
Interesting.
He runs towards the creature, and you see him. The creature tries to make a quick bite at him, but he dodges around it quickly as he attempts to climb it. It looks like he is climbing. He goes to the base and quickly climbs up to his head. So you must make a quick athletics check. It's not bad. And he's going to make his first attack. First, he sticks in that metal-looking knife into the plate of the creature. With a 23, that does stick, and it does 8 points of piercing damage. You hear the creature bellow slightly, and then in his offhand, he grabs the long, thin, bone white dagger and sticks it in on the other side. Can I get perception checks from people?
Perception.
17.
16.
Okay. Click would definitely have a better time of seeing this compared to
D1.
just to walk it back slightly. Click would definitely see this the best because Katya is currently prone. Her face is full of sand. Click is the one who is in the air, who was undisturbed by the attack. Levi, what was your initiative?
Apparently, I'm just slow to the game at 7.
Okay, so you still do go last. Hooray!
You were pretty spot on, Logan.
Click. You see that the white knife that he tried to stick into the creature couldn't quite make purchase. In fact, it breaks in his hand. You see Guy just toss it off to the side, but he keeps a firm grip on his metal knife. That is his turn. Katya, now it's your turn.
Well, I stand up.
Yep.
I will. So that's half my speed.
Mm-hmm.
I will cast, because I want to do it, Spirit Shroud.
What's that do?
You call forth spirits of the dead, which flit around you for the spell's duration. The spirits are intangible and invulnerable. Until the spell ends, any attack you make deals 1d8 extra damage when you hit a creature within 10 feet of you. This damage is radiant, necrotic, or cold. Considering we're in a desert, could I argue that cold would be most effective?
You can try it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Any creature that takes this damage can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. In
Nice.
addition, any creature of your choice that you can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of you has its speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
So
It's
it lasts for a
interesting.
minute. It's
And-
concentration.
Don't forget, because I think Chris may have, since it's been a week, and you have too, Divine Weapon.
Holy
Oh,
weapon.
Holy
that
Weapon.
still up.
Yep. Yep. It's up because we ended last night with me casting it on your sword.
I did forget. What does that do?
That gives you an additional 2d8 of radiant damage on every attack.
3d8.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. All right. So, if I have 15 feet left, I cannot move my character.
Oh, yep. Sorry. You can get within melee. There's, like I said, there's not gonna be too much movement in this one, but I'll go ahead and make everybody's characters.
Am I able to kind of
Control.
do what Guide did?
You can definitely try. To climb it, do you have a climbing speed? If not, you're gonna have to climb at half speed.
Well, we'll skip that for now, and we'll just hit the thing.
All right. It's a solid plan.
Because I've halved too often already.
All right. Your glowing sword, as you were surrounded by spirit shadows.
Does a 23 hit?
Yes, it does. Katya, some of those spirit shadows are little fish that Guy described around the campfire last night.
Oh, I kind of love that.
Okay,
I
so
almost get distracted. The 23 hits. I'm going to imagine 10 does not.
mm-mm.
That sounds about right. Okay, so just one hits, and we will do that. So that's 10, and then 3d8. $19 total, with 4 of those points being cold.
Nice. It does not look like it was affected by the cold damage any more than the slice, but you're able to give a good, powerful strike with it wrapped in the divine and cold energy and carve through the side of this creature.
Heck yeah.
Now it is Maze's turn. Maze is going to run away.
Yeah, that's fair.
As soon as Maze turns to flee, the purple worm lashes out with a bite attack.
Where's my reactions?
What you get a reaction for?
Because Sentinel.
Yep.
Let's see. So,
I'll definitely do Sentinel. I cannot do Protection.
right. You can do.
Maze is just not close enough to me.
Nope. So, you get your extra swing in. Everyone else, almost like lightning fast, this purple worm reaches out with an open jaw to clamp down on Maze as they are fleeing. Maze turns around, casts an arcane shield.
Fair enough.
Man, it's gonna be real funny if we kill Maze before, if Maze dies before we get there.
That would suck. Does a 15 hit?
15 does not hit.
I didn't think so.
And using their shield, the 16 that the creature rolled does not hit.
Excellent.
And they will move away. Let's see. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're not gonna dash and go behind this rock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I would argue that they should not get too far away.
Now it is the worm's turn.
Its speed is reduced by 10.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't want to go very far.
Fair.
Katya, out of the sand, coils what you think is another giant worm.
Yeah.
This one's head is different. In fact, it is not uh, the giant, wide open mouth that you were looking at before. No, this one is long and thin and ends in a sharp point. No, this is not a head at all. This is a stinger.
Well,
Does a 24 hit with the stinger?
but
Does it?
yes, Logan, a 24 does in fact hit.
Okay.
Of all the things you could have rolled.
Yeah. So you are going to take, and then I'm going to need a con save. Can you take?
Nat 20 on the save.
Nice. So you're going to take half. You're going to take 10 points of piercing damage, and now here comes the poison.
Yeah.
I need more dice. Okay, that's half.
I also passed the concentration check.
Good. All right, so 10, 10, 24. Here's the second half.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's see, 24, 32,
What?
36,
What?
40, 43.
Sir.
You take 22 points of poison damage.
Sir.
And this
Yeah.
noxious chemical starts to. You can feel it pumping through your body, just because you are so hardy.
Did I
uh,
buy myself anatoxins and not be able to even get poisoned?
Possible.
So with anatoxins, I think you get advantage on these, but you got to take it first.
That's fair.
So yes, what I say, 43. So you're going to take 22 points of poison damage.
Yep.
Yep. Now, is the creature can't reach guide on his back, so he's gonna look at the big tasty camel.
No! No!
I think that one's Roach.
Delicious.
Alright, at least I can resummon them.
All right, quick. What's the AC of a camel? Is it less than 24?
Who you asking?
Because the AC of a camel less than 24.
Hold on. Yeah, it sure is.
All right, can you make a dex save for me of 19? Or how much health does a camel have?
15?
Okay.
I think. Hold on. I don't know if mine is affected by that. No, it's not affected by that at all. No.
Okay. So how much health does it actually have?
15?
So I rolled really low, and it did 14 points of damage. Can you do a DC 19 dex save, please,
For the camel.
for the camel?
I don't know how its saves are affected. So it's a DC 19.
Yeah.
Listen, I rolled an 18, but apparently Camel's dex.
I have a -1.
Yes.
Okay.
Very dexterous camel.
I did so well.
Katya, you see Roach get bitten by this purple worm, he screams out, "Oh God, please let it in quickly. I just want to go back to the Feyrealm." And he disappears down the purple worm's mouth.
Poor Roach.
Well, I thought he was gonna go back to the Fate realm.
He will when that last point of hit points hits him.
I hope he has like a poof.
The
Then
worm,
he goes
the worm,
poof.
the worm belches, and you see a little poof.
I hope he gives him gas.
That is the worm's turn. Now it is Meepo, followed by Click. Meepo.
Eric?
Oh, sorry, but Mike would be there. So, where's my character?
All right, sorry.
Logan is taking control. There we go.
He's tired of our shenanigans.
Fair.
I guess I gotta move closer to attack. There. I will
Uh-huh.
roll to attack.
Okay.
I mean, no, I don't care if this attack hits or not. I need it to attack for my feet.
Oh, the mobile feet.
Yes. So I can run the fuck away. There's no way I'm doing enough damage to mean anything. 22.
22. Nice.
Okay, he'll get 1d8 plus 5.
Wait, you don't get sneak attack?
I don't have advantage.
You don't need advantage when you've got Katya there, don't you?
Yeah,
Are
but
you
I'm
within
also in
10 feet
sunlight.
of
Dark
me?
sunlight.
Remember, this is a dark sandstorm. It is
We're at a
blotting out.
sandstorm still? I thought that had ended. Oh. Okay, I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, just trying to help you.
I'll take it. God dang it. You
So,
forget how many
wait, because I
freaking-
never really played a rogue. Eric, when you stealth, do you get to roll advantage on your attacks?
So there's a sneak attack. Basically, if I ever have advantage on my attack and I hit, I get sneak attack damage, which means I get a whole bunch of extra damage dice.
So that's why I'm asking is like, do you get to roll advantage whenever you hide?
If you're, I mean, anything that causes advantage. Like,
Okay.
it can be anything that would cause. If you're attacking with advantage, you get sneak attack damage. Whether it makes sense or not. Really shouldn't be called sneak attack damage, but whatever. Because people, it sounds confusing. 'Cause I thought it was that way at first, too, when I first started D&D. But 24 damage.
24. Nice. 2. Okay, got it.
I am going to dash.
As a bonus action, correct?
Yes. Let me see. 20, 25, 30, 35,
Where are you going?
40. The
Away.
fuck away from that thing.
He's going behind the camel.
Let's go down here too.
He's gonna hide.
Sacrifice the camel.
Always sacrifices camel.
Oh.
Always.
In all fairness, I feel like I've been trying to protect these camels more than I've been trying to protect Mace.
There you go.
Well, the
I'll
camels
go
are
here.
more useful.
We really got off on the wrong start with Mace.
A
Their
little
fault.
bit. Little bit.
It was their doing.
I'm the fastest kobold alive.
Oh, nothing
40
that they
feet of
do
movement.
can be helpful here. Huh. Huh. Yeah.
You sure said huh a lot just now.
Well, I'm not. I'm. Hold on. Maze may earn your respect.
I mean, no judgment if they don't jump into this battle. At least not for me.
Okay. So now it's Click's turn.
All right. First thing is spiritual weapon next to the beast at 4th level.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and make sure I mark that. And upon casting, it gets to attack.
Uh-huh. After Click, it is Levi.
That is a 26 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, and we're looking at 2d8 radiant damage. Let me go ahead and get my d8s out. I'm going to go with my new dice I got for Christmas, see how they do. Not terrible. That is a 11 points of radiant.
Nice.
And we'll go ahead and call that the... you know what? No, we're going to go ahead and make another strike with it.
How?
Well, isn't it cast and then I get to attack the moment it's cast? And then can I attack with it as a bonus action as well?
Nope. It's a bonus action to cast it. And then on the turn that you cast it, you can still attack with it. And then every turn afterwards, it's a bonus action to use it. You still have your action to cast like a cantrip or something.
Let me see here. So, yeah, okay, 1 bonus action to cast your critter flying. Spectral weapon with 3 range that lasts the duration until you cast the spell again. You can... It says when you cast a spell, you can make a melee attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
Right.
It doesn't say the attack itself has to be an action.
Right. The attack is not an action. It's the attack is a... You cast it as a bonus action, correct?
Yes.
Right. As an action, you can't force it to attack again. It has to be a bonus action every time. But you use a bonus action to use it.
So I can't make 2 attacks with it a turn.
Not a turn.
That makes no sense to me, but okay. Then we're going to go ahead and go with Toll of the Dead. So it has to make a wisdom save.
Oh, it's going to fail that.
I didn't think it was going to be a wise creature.
No. Looking at this thing and how it's been attacking people, it's going after the biggest stuff to swallow. And the stuff closest to it, you don't see any major strategy in itself. I rolled a total of 3.
All right, it is taking 2 d12 damage. And that is a total of 16 necrotic.
Nice.
So he got a beautiful blast of radiant, and then I doubled it up with some necrotics.
Yeah. You see like the blood vessels under the chitinous plates that have been ripped off. They'll glow shock white and then black. And now it is Levi's turn.
All right, just for the
Okay.
record, I'm going to go on mute because I got to do a phone call, but I'm still here.
No worries.
Well, my turn will be short and sweet. So, first thing I'm going to do is Tentacles of the Deep. Summon.
But there's no water.
Doesn't matter.
Out of the sand, you all see a writhing tentacle.
And that has, when it's summoned, it can attack. So, that is a 21.
That hits.
And 8 cold damage,
Nice.
which means its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Yeah, right now, guys, it's 20 feet slower from 2 different effects.
Nice.
Okay, and then since he is who he is and he's freaked out, he will Radiant Soul.
Okay. So, Radiant Soul is an action, correct?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Let's put this little moniker. Oh, wait. Yeah, I attached you to the camel. Technically, you're doing all this stuff while sitting on the camel.
Well, I raise up probably 10 or so feet.
Camel speed.
Let's see. Let's put a heart on you as your
You
Radiant
can find
Soul.
little wings.
Yeah, I wish they'd had that.
And then that is it. Because you
All
won't
right.
let me have any fun.
That's not me. That's the rules of the game. So it comes back around to Guide's turn. Katya, you see, he briefly lets go of that metal dagger to pull out 2 more of those bone white ones. He's going to try and make an attack. That's a nat 20.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's happy. Does very little damage.
It
See,
happens.
that worm gets a nat 20.
But he did
Those
it with
get-
style.
Yep. Oh, Katya, it was so cool. You saw him go, ah! And the next one is 26 total.
On me?
No.
Oh, sorry. I got a little nervous for a second.
No. He he did roughly the same damage on both attacks. But Katya, since you are the closest, you see that these 2 daggers that he stuck in, he is leaving in, and those little glass vials at the end of them.
Yeah.
Roll perception.
Perception. And bam. 5.
Yeah, that's too much stuff going on.
Yep, those are some vials.
Yep.
That's a dagger.
Now, because he had to use 2 hands at the same time to do that, he's briefly just using his legs and his to hold on into place. Katya, now it's your turn.
I am not sure I can be that cool. But I will attack the thing.
Do it. You can climb now if you wanted.
That's true. I will try climbing it.
Okay. All right, so you can get 15 feet up its back. Oh, let me do one thing real quick. Come on. All right, fine. We'll just send you to the back, and now we can see Katya.
So.
Yeah. So we are marking that you are holding on to the side of this creature. Its interlocking plates. You are able to get some form of handholds. It seems like you're having a bit more trouble than Guide scampering around on it.
Am I able to do the cool thing Guide did with stabbing it?
You can try to stab it.
I would like to try to stab it.
All right, try to stab it.
Climb on it.
Logan.
20.
Nat 20.
Nice. Pump everything you can into it.
Does this also double my d8s or just...
Every bit of rolled dice.
Alright, so 16 without the d8s.
Just 16 total? Or
Nope.
how m-
Hold on. I got a math. $33 total, with 5 of that being cold damage. And then do I get any of that back?
You get 10 points back is temporary. You did attune, correct?
I sure did.
Oh, by the way, make a quick wisdom save for me.
Yeah, can do. 28.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay, so tell me the damage you did.
All right, sorry about that, y'all.
Okay. What was the damage you did one last time?
Oh, shit.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
we can.
Okay.
33.
33 total.
Oh,
Nice.
Sorry about that. I had my computer muted.
No, you're fine.
I was freaking out. Okay, so is it my turn again?
Not quite.
Okay.
I just did 33 damage.
Yes.
Woo.
Click can see this. And Click, can you make a perception check?
I can see it, but I need to make a perception. Okay.
No.
Make sure I'm rolling a D20
I-
and not a D12.
I want to see what you saw, like what level of things that you saw.
I saw nothing because I rolled a 9.
All right. Well, okay, you didn't see what Guide was doing, but because it was a cool cinematic thing, I want to say what Katya was doing. You
Okay.
saw you saw her climb up the side of the worm, looking for a gap in its plate. She pulled back her sword and jabbed it right into that plate. And when she pulled it out again, you saw like a whole arc of blood and stuff spray off. But some of that blood didn't hit the ground. It seemed like it coiled around the sword, it traveled up her arm, and then around her body.
Okay.
All right. Now it is May's turn. Now on May's turn, how far is it? How far is it? Oh man, he gave me such a complex sheet.
I don't even see Maze on the map.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
behind a
they're
rock.
they are.
Yeah, they're hiding behind a rock, which is probably the smart thing to do. David really wanted to build a complex character. Okay, okay. Hold on.
More complex.
Yeah, huh?
I think druids are more complex, aren't they?
He's got them multi-classed out the max.
Oh.
Oh.
How many multi-classes?
One in everything.
Aren't you glad that I just stick with one class and keep going?
Level 1 in every class.
All
That's
right,
an option.
It is.
all right. Katya, you hear from behind the rock. You're doing a good job. Keep going. You get a D6 inspiration.
Thanks.
There. Now they're not completely worthless. All right. The worm
Only somewhat worthless.
begins to shake. It's trying to throw you all off.
No.
All right. I'm going to need. So I'm going to run this as conflicting athletics checks. So the worm is going to make an athletics roll against you, Katya.
Sounds fair.
Beat a 22.
Athletics.
Yes.
Take a 26.
Okay. Yeah, it's shaking, but you're able, like I said, you got yourself underneath those chitinous plates, so you're staying there.
Heck yeah. He's not getting rid of me that easy.
Nope. But you may be going somewhere else.
Oh no.
Down,
All right.
down.
Now Guide has to beat a 22. Ooh. I rolled good. Okay. It appears like Guide has some experience riding purple worms, and he also holds on. Katya, you see him reach forward and grab that barbed dagger for a holding point.
Nice.
Now, who has experience riding purple worms?
If anybody does, it would be Guide.
Meepo, it is. Oh wait, nope. That's not his
No.
turn. That's just his action. So he's still got the 10-foot debuff, correct? From Ian, right?
Yep.
Does the spirit shroud still activate on him?
Yeah.
All right. So with all of that,
Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, he's gonna bury himself. Or no, he can't bury himself with you two on him. He's gonna attempt to move. So he can move that far. He is now moving away from the group. He gets all the way over to here. So with Guide still on him and Katya still on him because you guys held on.
How far did he move?
30 feet.
Well, that's not fair.
You debuffed him 20 feet.
So he had a move of 50 feet?
Yeah.
Sandworm. We are in a desert.
What's the measuring tool?
Huh?
Try to find the measuring tool.
It looks like a circle with a
No, the measuring tool is under the.
oh they changed it. They made it look like a
cone.
like a
or
comb.
ruler.
A comb, yeah.
That's how it's always looked for me.
It used to look like a circle with an E on it for me.
Huh.
I can make that.
Oh, Cooper.
All right. So that is the worm's turn. Now it is Meepo followed by Click, then Levi.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna dash all the way there.
All right.
Nope,
You're
okay.
using bonus action dash.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I am going to attack.
So wait, what is your base speed?
40.
40. Okay, so you move your full movement and then bonus action. Okay, and then you attack as an action. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a 19 hit.
A 19 does hit.
Okay.
You are able to find another gap in its chitin plates.
No.
$25 damage.
Nice. Your blade squishes on all the soft stuff. So, since you moved your 40 and then you had to dash, you've only got
30 feet left.
right.
I could go all the way back to here. Unless I'm measuring, if I'm measuring that correctly.
It seems fine to me.
Seems easier than just counting out 80 feet. There you go.
Okay. All right. Now it is Click followed by Levi.
All right. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? All right. Bonus action. Moving spiritual weapon 20 feet. So 20 feet would be right there. If you want to go ahead and move it for me, and I'll keep my cruiser there.
Oops.
That way you can. All right, cool. And then I'm going to fly. Let's see. I'll go ahead and get me 30 feet, so I'll land right next to spiritual weapon.
All right.
And then I'm going to go ahead and free action. I'm going to ask. Well, first off, can I tell if it's running away or is it just trying to back up to rear for like an attack or something?
Insight.
All right. I'm actually good at this, so maybe it'll help.
Or nature.
Oh, that's cocked. That's an 11.
Okay, and that's with insight, which is your okay. It's
I rolled a
definitely
3.
it definitely seems to be backing up quickly. You saw it try to throw somebody off, but who wouldn't want to throw somebody off, right?
Crap. All right. Can I ready a cantrip?
Sure.
I'm gonna ready Toll the Dead, and if I see it make an aggressive, like action, like an attack or anything like that, then I'll release the spell.
Okay.
So ready Toll Dead.
All right. Now it is Levi's turn.
Okay. So the creature moved 30 feet, right?
Yep.
Well, that is exactly what Tentacles of the Deep can move.
Ah, nice.
So if you would place them, tentacly-ish,
Squid limbs.
and it attacks with a it not good 12.
12 does not hit. It seems just to slap wetly against the
Okay.
side.
And I need to move probably 20 feet in the air towards him, about halfway. Doesn't really matter, but I don't want to get too far away from like tentacles.
And just to make sure it's stated, Logan, when I was talking about the aggressive movement or attack, that also included myself as well.
Your aggressive movement?
No, like how I'm holding the spell in case, like until I see it make an aggressive move or an attack.
Oh yeah.
If it attacks me as well, I'm definitely releasing it.
Oh yeah. I totally understood that.
I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to leave any room for error.
And then I am Eldritch Blasting it.
Do it.
First one, oh, that was a spinny. 22.
Hits.
Oh, that'll definitely hit. 26.
Yeah, both hit.
Okay. So that is 10 plus. Where'd that go? 10 plus 11 plus my. Deals 10 additional radiant damage. So 10, 11, and 10 for 31.
Okay, got it.
That's 21 force and 10 radiant.
Oh yeah. You're blasting off scales.
And that's it.
All right, back up to guide. Katya, being the closest one, you see him pull out his 2 daggers and stash them, and then you see him grip his. You see him grip his metal one, and you see him cast a spell. This is gonna take another. Wait, let me actually check to see what spell speed this is. He might not be able to do this. Yeah, he cannot actually do this one. I withdraw that. You see him point some fingers on the dagger before he draws it out, and then tries to stab it back in. Ah! Natural 20. I like this dice tonight.
Nice. And it's on our side tonight.
Yeah.
So Shai-Hulud breaks out some net 20s.
I'm not rolling high on damage with it though. 9, 13. Katya, you see it? You see like where he's ripped open this soft spot, and he keeps like focusing on this one spot in particular.
Oh, okay.
And okay, this one is not a crit. Somehow it does better. Boy, he's got some really weak crits. All right, he looks over to you to see what you're gonna do next, as it is your turn.
I'm gonna follow his example, I guess, and keep stabbing the soft spot. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Hold on. How about a 19?
Yes.
Okay. Six. 12 points total, with one of that being cold.
Nice. This creature's looking very hurt. Look, desperate even.
Oh.
So desperate, in fact, Katya, you look forward as you see that stinger of a tail rise up out of the sand and comes spunk at you as the head goes for guide.
That activates my spell.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, he has to roll a wisdom save.
What do I need to pass?
You need to pass a 16 wisdom.
All right. If he has wisdom, he passes. I rolled a 17 and he only has a -1.
Wow.
Lame.
Wow. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to do with Roach.
Wow.
So, Katya,
Yeah.
incoming stinger. Nat 20.
What? Logan.
Logan, I don't like this dice.
I do.
It giveth and taketh away.
Apparently.
Yes.
So, Katya, I'm going to need you to take 16 points in piercing damage,
Yep.
and I'm going to need you to make a DC 19 con save.
$19 is passing.
Yes.
I just passed.
Okay, good. Here comes the poison.
Here comes the pain.
Oh, I should have taken the freaking antitoxin.
All right, so guys, help me remember this math. 17 on the first 6.
Good
Fun
lord.
fact, I've lost D&D.
Why you use the calculator?
So 17 on the first 6. 20. 30.
What the fuck is
41.
that?
Yeah. So 41 total. You
Plus
have it.
17?
No, hold on. So 41 doubled for the crit, and then half because you passed. Is that how poison works? Hold on.
I gotta roll the double dice, man. Can't just double it.
I want to make sure I'm doing this right. I don't want to screw you over right now. The maximum roll, critical when attacking. Critical when the no. Damn it.
Am I bothering you?
No.
So many dice.
So right now, let's see. Nat 20 on attack roll with save. I'm just going to say screw it, and if something goes bad, I'm going to retcon it in your favor. So 42 points of poison damage. Katya.
Yep.
Okay. Now, here comes the bite on guide.
So I'm gonna be real.
Yeah?
D&D Beyond kind of like gave up on me,
Uh-oh.
but I know that I had like around 64.
Okay. So you'd still barely be up.
I'd be in my 20s, but yeah. So just so you're aware.
Okay. Yeah, and it's gonna try and bite guide. I rolled a 16. So with its pluses, that's gonna hit.
Does guide count as being within 10 feet of me?
Sure. So he is going to take 3D.
I do the disadvantage thing.
Oh, okay. Rolled off the table. Rolled a 25 total.
Well, I tried.
So Guide is going to take 15 points of piercing damage, but the important part is he needs to make a dex save right now, or he will be swallowed. So, Katya, you see the stinger comes for you, the mouth goes for Guide. You get hit. Guide gets bitten. The worm tosses him in the air to try and swallow him down. You see Guide pulling up another dagger just to stab right on the edge of its lip, so that way he has a place to hold himself before he completely gets pulled inside and he is able to flip out outside the mouth with enough time.
Excellent.
Yeah. Didn't get swallowed.
Is anybody else having trouble with D&D Beyond right now?
I
Not
am.
I don't use D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not.
Is giving me issues right now.
I'm
was
a
trying to look up a
503.
skill, and it immediately went.
I just used the 5th edition character sheet app.
Well, that would be a smart thing to do.
Oh, now I
Well,
just refreshed and now it's not coming up.
I publicly roll all my dice
So,
in the chat.
the worm, using all of its burrow speed, tries to dive underground. It only gets. Let's see, this thing is really freaking big. So, it's burrowing right now. It's got 10 feet of itself above the ground.
Okay.
It is clearly trying to escape.
But now, well, I'm sorry. I was kind of messing with the end of Beyond. Did it swallow Guide?
No.
No.
Okay, did not swallow Guide.
Just barely, thanks to some helpful divine influence. Yes, it is beginning to bury itself. Next up would be Meepo, Click, then Levi. What do you all want to do? You see that it's running away. Are you going to try and kill it?
Of course. Why would I not?
All right, then. Meepo, since you're next in the turn order, you got to do it.
Can't get the app to work.
I gotta switch back to my mouse every time I do this. 30 feet. I will attack. Does an 11 hit?
11 does not.
I assume not. Does a 22 hit?
You have 2 attacks?
If I had advantage, like you said.
Oh, yes, 22 does hit. See, I thought it was an advantage, but it was like because you've got. Don't you get advantage from your friendlies being next to the creature?
Yes. Which she is.
Right. Okay, never mind.
Engage. If it's engaged, as a kobold, my attack still gets engaged.
Pack
by a friendly.
tactics. I forgot
Pack
about pack tactics. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. 23 damage.
Okay. 23 damage.
Is it still slowed, by the way?
Yeah, because Katya's on it, and it's not been Levi's turn again yet. Oh, wait. No, actually.
No.
Well, it's only
it-
slowed by
Not
10 feet.
It's only slowed by 10 feet right now.
Oh, I better move extra far.
Well, no, that just means it's actually just below the ground. So, Meepo, you had to stab just below the ground.
No.
Meepo and Guide, or not Meepo and Guide, Katya and Guide are barely standing on top of the sand right now. If
I will definitely kind of let go when I'm ready to.
can you make one more wisdom save for me?
Hold on.
Like mobile. It means I don't have to use disengage. Very cool.
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
I said I like mobile. It means I don't have to use disengage, which is very convenient.
Am I able to use my inspiration for this?
Sure. It's a save, right? That's what
Yeah.
inspiration can be used for.
Then 19.
Then you pay. Let me make sure. Wisdom. Yep, ability check, attack roll, or save. Yep, you're good. All right. Click, Levi. It is disappearing below the ground. It looks like Katya and Guide may be pulled underneath unless they make effort to move away.
Let's see here.
Judging by what you last saw of it, it looked extremely injured.
Yeah, but it looks like it's running. And I don't think there's any reason to try and kill it. So Click is going to fly over and land between Cat and Guide, and I don't know if I can use the help action for both.
1.
That's okay. You can help guide.
I want to do both. Is my spiritual weapon corporeal?
Things can pass through it. It
But
does not.
people
It does.
grab onto it. Because I can move it near Cat and give Katia like something to grab onto, so she doesn't get pulled.
I'm worried about that being abused in the future, and if people can pass through it, then.
Have I ever abused it or anything you've given us?
I don't think Chris has.
I'm gonna say it is not corporeal because I can see a daisy chain of floating spiritual weapons to climb a tower.
I would never do
Only
that.
one person has spiritual weapons.
Yeah. I
Well,
can only cast it once.
spiritual weapon can float, though.
In that case, crud.
Should have pinned it with my immovable rods.
I want to do that. All right. Screw it. Kat, if you go down, I'll try and help you out. But I'm going to offer the help action to Guide.
No worries.
All right, Levi, your turn. It is just below the ground.
Well, if it's just below the ground, does that mean my tentacle will touch it?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Has D&D come back for anybody yet?
Nope.
I've been using it on the app because I couldn't get it to work on my computer.
That's
Yeah,
what I
it's
started
super
doing.
hard
It
to-
definitely is not up to date on my app, though.
Yeah.
Can you roll dice on the app?
Yes.
Okay. It'll be just a second.
You're fine. Should I just yawn some more?
Oh, well, maybe.
Apparently now I can't do it.
Yeah, how come the app doesn't? Well, this will be close enough.
I'll go with the dice.
All right, so oh wait, I've got that plus 8, so that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 that would hit.
Okay, and I believe trying to remember what it was. Okay. Okay, so it's 1d8. Okay, so it's 4 cold damage.
Uh,
Okay, and then oh, did it finally come
Speed.
back up? Yep, and it's no longer speedy.
oh, wait. So every time that hits, it does the speed reduce, right?
Yes.
Oh, then we made a mistake. It is actually, it's still 10 feet above the ground. My mistake. Because you hit it with that last turn, didn't you?
No.
You didn't.
No.
Then we are right where we are.
Yes, we are right. All right. Final retcon.
That's why I didn't say anything when you decided to do that. Because that's what it should have been.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, just below the ground, no longer speedy.
And then I will. Can I still see it for Eldritch Blast?
Make it at disadvantage because you are at range and it's technically underneath cover. Not full cover because it's still such a large creature and you know where you're shooting. AC's actually we'll make the AC a little bit higher because this is going to be like 3/4 cover.
But still at disadvantage?
No, not disadvantage, just 3/4 cover,
Okay.
which means it has a higher AC.
Okay, so I got a 23 and a 24.
All right, let me double check how much 3/4 cover is because the 23 may miss, but not the 24. This is making me think of Tremors.
I never saw that.
What?
That's what I was thinking is Graboids. And Laura, that's a shame.
I'm sorry. When
It's
did
a
it come out?
it's a
Huh?
+5. It came out in the late 90s, I think.
I was wee Bobby.
Well, I watched it when I was a teenager. What is? It's a solid B movie. Definitely
1990.
worth. Okay.
I don't even want to get into with you guys how much I haven't seen because I get in trouble with people here.
Well, okay. This is a recommendation. Watch Tremors 1, and maybe Tremors 2. They go all the way up to 7, but
What?
yes,
It's a bit much.
yeah. But where was I?
You were telling me the AC.
All right. Its current AC with 3/4 cover is 23. So actually both hit.
Both hit. Okay. So for damage, that's 14 plus 11 plus 10. So 35.
35. All right then. So, just like in that movie Tremors, Levi's firing blasts into the ground. You hear a and goo starts to ooze up from underneath. It is dead.
Oh.
Hence why it was desperate. It wanted to throw you guys off because it wanted to flee.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like childhood where it can't go under someone's riding it.
With exposed scales,
Yes.
mayhaps.
Cool.
So, that was a successful combat against a purple worm. You hear a distant voice. Is it dead?
Yep.
And I accidentally fling an Eldritch Blast toward Maze.
Roll attack roll.
I shout above. How's everyone looking or feeling?
I am very sick.
Sick?
You're not going to believe this, Logan.
What?
Natural 20.
No.
Roll damage.
Do you actually do this?
Yeah, he called it. If you're gonna call your shots.
Who's this going after?
Maze.
Am
Okay,
I with
so the question I have for you, since I'm still in my flying stuff, does that
Yeah.
plus 10?
Yeah.
He takes 27 points of damage. Or
Jesus.
it takes 27 total.
Well, good news is this is a player character technically, so it should have a decent amount of health and can withstand.
Ah!
what?
Ah!
Levi, what the heck?
Ah! Ah!
I run over to Maze.
Miko just starts laughing.
I run over to Maze. Am I within 10 feet of Levi?
No.
No.
I'm about 20 feet in the air.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have to cover about 80 feet.
I
Yeah,
fly over to Maze.
I don't know when we all started making really bad life decisions, but this is one of them.
Well, you got to
So-
remember, Levi's on edge.
Their face is a bit scarred up.
So you attack a party member?
Hey, something came up behind me and made a noise.
They said, "Is it dead?" And I responded.
All I heard was noise behind me.
Levi needs therapy.
Hey, there's dragons out here.
While you all are arguing, you see suddenly you see 8 monitor lizards appear around Guide.
Are they being nice?
He says something to them in Draconic, and they begin to dig.
What do I hear him say?
Oh,
Bring up worm.
I'm gonna go ahead and call out the guide. Guide, how you feeling?
I'm pretty happy.
All right.
Normally me get few vials. Whole body will buy many eggs.
Can we consider this a form of payment then?
I keep mace, but sure.
fair.
At least we don't have to pay you the other gold. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
I'm still running out to help Maze as well.
Hold on 1 second. The first thing I'm doing is I'm casting Lester Restoration on Cat, ending the poison.
Was I poisoned?
Technically, it was poison damage, not the poison condition.
Okay. When she said she was sick, I thought she was poisoned.
Oh,
Well, cancel that.
I am very hurt.
So hold on a second. 3rd level, Beacon of Hope.
Ooh.
And then I'm casting Prayer of Healing at 4th level. Let's see here. Yes. And in 10 minutes, that is 8 times 5 is 45 points of healing
Wow.
to Maze and to Cat. Total.
I'm nearly back to full.
Let's see. After the initial breakdown, Guide is going to wander over. This is great day. Maze is still very upset.
Yeah, that's fair.
I turned to Guide. Guide, what does this worm have that was so valuable that made you so happy?
well, before I answer, does anyone need care? And he holds up a bag full of strips of cloth. It's like, I would not be good guide if I did not take care.
I think I got everybody taken care of. Are you okay? Do you need any care?
I am over mountain right now. A little hurt, but I'll be fine. I can take care of myself.
Okay.
Over mountain.
So I'm curious. This worm, the thing that makes it so valuable, is it a liquid of some kind?
He pulls out one of those strange white daggers that you looked at.
Yeah.
At the end of that glass vial, you see like this dark viscous fluid. I was trying to say liquid and fluid. It came out fluid. And he shakes it and he's like, "These are special blood mucus mixture they use for moving around. Very prized at local college. They give me many Hydra egg for one vial.
Ah,
I can retire with this."
I pull
good
out
point.
2 empty vials that I have, and I ask, "Do you think your friends over there can help us gather some? That might be handy for a tight pinch."
Right now, they dig out. It's got too deep, sadly.
Ah. Well, so I am going to imagine I'm still yelling at Levi.
Let's move Katya over to here.
So we're just going to attack party members now.
You might be muted.
He scared me.
That doesn't mean you get to attack them.
It's a reaction.
So you would have attacked me.
You
Yes.
weren't behind me.
You need to look first, attack second.
Not when dragons are involved.
There were no dragons involved.
There could be.
Meepo is part dragon.
No, Meepo's just a little runt.
Okay, is this loud enough for Guy to hear?
Probably by now.
He's not dragon. I'm more dragon than he is.
I know so little.
Lies.
Does Guide say that loud enough for me?
Speak lies.
He mumbles it, and if
Okay.
Meepo hears him, he doesn't care.
I'm not paying enough attention to what Guide says. So we're just going to attack Meepo now.
I didn't attack Meepo.
You attacked one of our party members.
It's one that was behind me, and
And they helped us in this fight.
It's okay. I know.
what did he do?
He helped me.
Do what?
One of my throws.
Well, it looked to me like he ran.
We are here to protect him. That's literally what they paid us for.
Yeah, but he should be able to protect himself too in this area.
Has been in school their entire life.
All I hear is excuses.
It does not mean we attack them.
He came up behind me.
We were literally paid to protect them from attack.
Shoot him again.
Diane, it's not a real fight, Diane. I'm sorry.
Meepo just laughs.
Can you hear her?
Yes.
Diane, it's okay. No, I'm not. Come here. I'm not actually angry. I'm sorry.
Levi just turns away and goes and grabs the camel and starts walking towards the rock where Click is.
I spend a spell slot to re-summon Roach as a camel.
Let's see. Oop. Control
How many
C.
times have you killed Roach now?
It's more of like Groach has been resummoned a bunch.
This is
very
like
resentful of this at some point.
This is like only the this is either the first or second time Roach has died. So very little,
At
honestly.
least the second, because didn't he disappear or something?
I've
So-
summoned
One time?
him before, but I don't know if
I can't
Hi.
remember. No, he was taken by the jackals or something. Something stole
no, that
him
was
in
a
the night.
different camel.
That
we
was a-
We were
lost.
sleeping.
That was a
Son of a
real
road.
camel. You've only got one real camel left.
We've lost both of our real camels.
You know, at this point, it feels like we're feeding camels to things
Yeah.
as opposed to.
Whoa. It was dark in there.
The one who keeps getting cats killed by coyotes. It sounds like just feeding.
Alright, Roach, in the future, this does not apply to the worm.
Huh?
But like when we're sleeping and something might attack you,
Uh-huh.
I need you to tell me.
All right.
Thank you. And this also goes for the other camel.
Oh, okay.
I
We
need
could
you.
think hitting him as payback for letting our camel get eaten.
What?
What?
Remember, he just let the camel go. He didn't wake us or something, warn us.
Oh, Roach.
No, I
Yeah.
thought it was.
Yeah, Roach didn't wake you
Yeah.
Correct.
because Roach didn't think anything of it when one of the camels just kind of wandered off.
Yeah.
Roach, this is payback. I'm gonna feed you to a worm
Well,
again.
I'm not gonna say that to Roach.
I will.
I will say, Roach, you have to babysit the other camel.
Ugh.
It's not as smart as you.
Why
No,
don't
it
they
is.
just go poof and get resummoned too?
It's a real camel.
Am I not real?
Are you
People-
playing Are you playing Roach right now?
No, I'm just thinking what he would say.
All right. I get it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Fine. It hurt a little bit, but you know,
Next time I get a sugar cube, I'll give you a sugar cube.
how about
Kill camel.
you make me a horse and take me to a bar?
I'll do that in the future.
Is Mr. Ed or something?
Is that just so that way you can, and the bartender can ask why the long face?
Now, just so everybody knows, Roach and Katia are talking in their head.
Oh.
It's like, before I met you, there was someone who would take me to bars and they would let me drink. It's been a while.
I can do that, yeah.
Cool. All right. So it's dead then?
The worm, yes.
Cool.
Whiskey for my men
It's-
and beer
It
for my
seems like
horses.
Guide is doing something special with it.
Yeah. And the party looks over. The monitor lizards, which are statted as giant lizards, have dug out this body. Guide very excitedly is pulling out more daggers from his equipment and is beginning to carve it up.
Do you
I go over
control
to
a
where
horde of
Guide
giant
is.
lizards.
Huh?
I go
What-
over where the guide is and pull out my vials and ask him for assistance in gathering as well.
You let me have vials. I did not go to school, but I have done this a few times.
I appreciate that, and I handle my 2 vials.
And then he, for a survival check, is going to give himself wisdom advantage
Ooh.
with a enhance ability. Let's see, which one is it? Wisdom? Owl's wisdom. Natural 20! I love this dice tonight.
Sweet. We got 2
So,
vials.
not only vials, Guide, in his excitement, actually pours out his water.
Oh.
That is perfectly okay, guide. We will make sure you get plenty of water throughout this trip.
We can just make more.
It's like he gets some mucus. He takes some choice plates. He carves off bits of meat. You see him go up towards the mouth, and you hear sounds several times. he comes out with some very similar looking spikes to his dagger.
Oh.
Only shame is this was male,
Oh, no egg.
no egg. Those eggs are so big.
How big are they?
Like he holds out his arms like this big.
I have questions, and yet I don't even want to know the answer.
Mm.
I turn to Guide and say, I appreciate you helping us to harvest some vials of this stuff. I would like to repay you, and I pull out a vial of food. Would this be of any worth to you?
A vial of what?
Holy water.
Is water.
And technically, it's holy water. So this could be very useful should there ever be any undead or anything of the like.
Like vampires, which are apparently not just like bats.
Never seen vampire in desert. We do sometimes see undead around cities. Very rare though. More often find gargoyle.
At that sound, like Click immediately has a look at him and say, "Did you say gargoyle?"
Yes, I mentioned before. Emerith make gargoyles to help her. She can't dig up all ruins by herself, so she make gargoyles to help.
Click is standing there paused. He doesn't know how to respond to this.
Would it be okay if I drink water to get more fluid?
I pull out my water sack and say, "Drink this one instead. It's not as costly as the holy water."
Yeah. And then he goes back to the carcass.
I walk back over to the group and I say, "Guys, we might have a slight problem."
Yeah, our party members attacking other party members.
Hey, it was an accident.
Look, I know Levi doesn't like dragons, which I can sort of understand, even though Levi hasn't really told us the reason why. But
Nobody's
I just
ever
realized, and maybe I misheard it because I was preoccupied with other things, that this dragon that we may or may not run into also hires a bunch of gargoyles.
I know zero about yes.
Therefore,
The reason is reason.
gargoyles have, and Click says this in like a low voice to try and just kind of like the group. Gargoyles have attacked my home many times. In fact, the reason I found myself in your plane is because of a gargoyle attack.
Oh. Well, that's no good.
All I can think of
There
is
was a
Shane
gargoyle
Gargoyles.
by the name of Shamath who was a commander and had his gargoyles come into my home. They started ransacking our village, destroying our homes and our temple. I took up arms to try and help the fight, even though I've never had combat experience in my life. And I was able to grapple with Shamath, and we ended up plummeting. And next thing I know, a portal opened and I was knocked out. And when I came to, I found myself on Ural's plains, but Shamath was nowhere to be seen. I've been looking for a way home, and it's all because of Shamath that I got here in the first place.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Well, I assume these are different gargoyles than the ones you're used to.
I would hope so.
But does that mean Shamath might also be out there?
Well, these
That's my
gargoyles are
fear.
made by the dragon.
And knowing that this dragon employs gargoyles to
Does he
help
make
it,
them or does he employ them?
digs them up. According to Guy, digs them up. So if Shamath opened up a portal to Ural's plane and I got over and I fell in Waterdeep while he fell over here, it would make sense that this dragon would have dug him up.
I see what you're saying. For once.
You all know I'm not a violent sort, and I'll still hold that to the best of my ability.
you
But if
can get
Shamath
violent.
makes any moves, especially if he tries to ruin my chances of getting home, I don't know how I will respond to that.
Click.
It's his fault that I've been pulled away from all my family.
With graphic and extreme violence.
You know we have your back.
I believe that.
Their gargoyles are just constructs anyway. You can't feel bad about hurting them.
That I don't know about your all's gargoyles, but the gargoyles from
Maze-
my home are actual living beings.
Maze chimes in here. What experience do you have with gargoyles, Meepo?
They're very stony.
Yes, they're a natural part of the air elemental plane where I'm from. We're from different parts of it, but they inhabit another portion of it.
Fascinating.
They're just moving statues, aren't they?
Well, if you want to know the history, I could tell you, but I don't feel like sharing with certain people.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I turn to Maze and I say, I can definitely understand your reasoning wanting to share, but I think it would do our group more good should we encounter these gargoyles if they had a better idea of what we're up against.
Oh, if we're gonna play as a team here, so that way I safely get home and keep my face, then we should play as a team.
Agreed. Completely. By me.
Levi's just looking off into the horizon. 1,000-yard stare.
I'll fucking do it again.
We
I
are a
pull out,
team. Just
I reach
stop
into my
hiding.
Sorry, didn't mean to talk over you, Ian.
That's okay.
What were you saying?
I said we are a team. Just stop hiding like a coward behind the rocks.
Literally, we were hired so he could be a coward.
Hey, that's not a team. That's an escort.
I said party.
Look, I can support you all in many ways when it comes to puzzles and doors and backline support.
We got enough backline support.
We haven't killed a man.
I
No,
turn
no.
to Maze and I dig out of one of my pockets one more of those crystal feathers. And I say, I know that it's been a rough start, and I'm partly to blame for that because of my frustration. But I offer you a peace offering, and I hand him the crystal feather. I know it's not worth as much as some of the artifacts you may have seen in books or the artifacts we may come across at this dig site. But I hope that you will cherish it nonetheless as if it was a priceless heirloom. Consider this a symbol of friendship and good tidings between this group and you.
I appreciate your offer. I will treasure this, considering. Actually, was this made in Waterdeep? I think I know the guy who made it.
Yes, in fact, I had him make several.
Oh, I'll still treasure it. Thank you. Thank you for making the attempt at an apology. I know we got off on the wrong foot. I know Humara had trouble with you guys because you are not the ceremonial by the rules people. But you, for some reason, are the most capable people we could find. So,
Can we stick him in the bag of holding?
No,
Technically, yes.
I will stick you in the bag of holding.
I
He
will
only gets a
say you
supplemental
are.
prayer, though.
I'll say to Maze, you are absolutely right. We definitely are not your typical group, but I think it kind of works out for us.
This is nothing like the military.
Is that a good thing?
Oh, not in this instance.
Maze does not respond to Levi saying, "Can we put you in the bag of holding?" And just kind of walks off towards Guide and starts to, talk to them as Guide is continuing to get every single valuable thing that they can off of this. Because it is so large, you all too can grab some stuff if you want, but he's gonna pick it clean for everything that he can first.
I'm going to start sketching it, so this way I can get a good idea, so this way I can show it whenever I get back home.
Yep, you have. If you want, you could have two drawings: one where it's alive and about to attack you, two where it's been practically skeletonized.
Yes, that sounds great. And I'm going to draw like stick figure versions of Guide and Katia riding it around before it dies. So I'll make it a 3-panel.
Okay.
And I get it. Can I get some of those teeth things that Guide had?
Yes. These make excellent hollow dagger if you want someone to bleed.
Oh.
Do I know if there's anything of importance that I could even use from one of these?
Nature check. Or no, it'd be a nature check just for you to see if you have the knowledge of it.
Do you know what type of nature thing that is?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. I can't remember what I had. Let me see if I
David
can-
is going to come back to needing a new character.
Yes.
Let me see if D&D Beyond will still will tell me that.
if
It's
all
still
if
down.
all the rolls didn't work, like for example, if the
Okay.
worm had rolled higher on its first attack against Maze, and he got swallowed, they got swallowed. Yeah, this is your first time seeing one of these things. You don't know what you're looking at. Basically, what Guide told you is what you know.
So I know of nothing on there that might be of importance to me, so I don't try and take anything.
Yeah, it looks like Guide is talking to Maze for a bit. They're going back and forth and arguing a little bit. It's like,
Sure.
it only take extra day. We could, look, I'll give you some of the goods. It's like, no, I'm on a timeline, but it will spoil and it will stink, and then we get tracked down by many things.
Well, we
So
won't
leave it-
be here.
No, I'm saying we should go to the college. We sell this stuff before it rot.
Well,
Where's
there's
the-
nothing.
Oh, so this doesn't have long life expectancy?
Well, it's dead. Life
No, I
expect-
meant you're talking about the before it rots. So what are you saying?
I'm saying I took off a bunch of meat.
Well, Meepo will be
Let
happy.
me.
I took off a bunch of meat.
What if you just eat it all?
Several vials. You can't. Lebo, you cannot.
Meepo can try.
Look, Meepo, you'll get maybe a tenth of the way through its tongue before you're like pass out from a food coma.
Now, Logan,
Yes.
let me ask this question because I think Click would know, even though I don't. Could I use Spare the Dying to prevent the pieces of flesh we have from decaying?
It's a cantrip, right?
Yep.
Yes, you could. It would prevent all of the ingredients from spoiling.
All right. So I tell Guide, I can prevent it from spoiling, and I go ahead and cast Spare the Dying on everything, and say I'll just do this once every 8 days for sure. It'll last 10, but I'll do it every 8 to guarantee that we don't go over. And it'll ensure that all the food will stay, or all the meat will stay nice and proper for whenever you're ready to sell it.
Okay. And just to be clear, it's not just meat. The fluid loses potency fairly quickly.
I'll do the same thing to it.
Okay.
That work?
So
That-
everything will make sure that everything maintains its potency all
Well,
the
then,
way up until you're ready to sell.
all right then. This is acceptable. This is great trip.
Does that cost you spell slots though?
No, it's a
No,
cantrip.
it's a cantrip.
Oh. Cool.
Mm,
So it
very
never
good.
used.
It's practically refrigeration.
Yeah.
All right. As the party, you're going to spend most of the rest of the afternoon and possibly into some of the night looking, uh, getting all of this stuff gathered up, and especially with the long conversations that you all had. So, we're going to do a long rest. And
Levi's gonna be impatient and be like, "Can we go? Are we about done so we can keep traveling?"
I am gonna stop talking to you.
no, I agree. I don't like it either, but this is what, this is our new payment to guide, apparently.
Okay, then he'll go. Is it Cat that has the tents?
I sure do.
Well, I'm gonna ask for a tent and start setting one up.
And if I don't give you one,
Then I'm gonna go next to the rock and just sit there with my camel.
your camel.
Well, we bought it and somebody lost a few of them. I was riding it, I think,
You were. Everyone else was when the
on the
worm
disc.
popped up. Yeah. Yep. And it goes on into the night. Guide is in especially good spirits throughout most of the night. He's very chatty. He's willing to answer any question that you have right now if you were to go for it. Maze is a bit annoyed. Sets up their private tent. Meepo, with the highest passive perception, you hear Maze again talking to someone else from inside the tent.
I listen.
One of
I like
them,
the-
one
ahead.
of them attacked me today. I heard them arguing. They said it was an accident. I'm really worried about myself.
Hmm.
Remember, Katya, Click, Meepo, Levi. But
Thank God, don't you change names.
I would like to engage Guide in conversation.
yes,
Guide, the dragon that we may potentially see. You said that she sometimes digs up gargoyles.
She digs them up. She makes them. She is very, very powerful
Okay.
caster.
Can you tell me the last time you've encountered her or any of her gargoyles?
Her have not seen for a few months, but me have not gone through standing stone in that time. Occasionally, her scouts are all over the desert, looking for ruins unearthed
turn-
by sands.
I take out the journal that Click has, and I turn to the very first page. And there, a full page view of a drawing of Shamath. Except this one looks a lot different in that it is much more detailed and doesn't look like a quick scribble. And I show it to Guy and I say, Guy, by any chance, have you seen a gargoyle like this with its type of markings on its body?
let's see.
Gargoyles usually far away from me. Seems so strange. Creature made of stone fly through the air.
I appreciate your help. And I close the journal and I quickly tuck it away. I'm going to call it a night. Do you need anything?
No.
All right. And before going to bed, I pull out 2 more empty vials and my water bag, and I cast Create Water and go ahead and fill up the vials in the bag with the water.
All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll. Like, did anyone specifically get vials, or besides Katya, get like the inner teeth?
Nope.
I got the 2 vials of the worm's blood.
Okay. All right. You had 2 vials, and then Katya, he gave you 5 pieces of teeth, unless you want more.
No, I'm satisfied.
Guy does not wander off from the camp right now. Instead, you see him reach into his bag. He pulls out a silver thread, makes a circle around himself in the ground, and he digs in slightly and buries himself, leaving his nostrils exposed.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah. For those of you that didn't see him actually do it, make a perception check. See,
Would that be me?
let's say Meepo didn't do it because he was listening to Maze in the tent.
18.
And what did Meepo get?
20.
You guys have no idea where Guide is.
Wasn't looking for him anyway.
Yep.
Before going to bed, Meepo or Click is going to do one last thing, where he's just going to keep his journal to that page with Shamath on it, while holding a feather from his fiance, and then having that pearl necklace. He's going to hold on to the one of the pearls and kind of pray, asking Serenetta for guidance, and talks about how he's not sure if he should seek vengeance or if he should focus solely on trying to find a way home. And then after a little bit, he closes his journal with that feather pressed in between the cover and that page with Shamath, and then goes to bed.
Nice. All right. So very last thing before we close out for tonight, are we taking watches?
Yes. And I would have cast Guardian of Faith at the center of the camp.
Right.
Levi doesn't. Levi's in a bad mood because Cat's mad at him.
I toss all the tents on the ground. I'm also mad. I'll take the first watch.
Jeez.
Let's see. Maze already has their own tent. So
I will say, after watching this, when Click returns, I'm imagining that's like as he's returning is when he sees Kathia throw the tents and everything, and he begins to like quietly cast calm emotions and is like, you know what, nah, they'll sort this out themselves.
Thank you.
yeah, Katya's mad over there. Levi's mad over there. Maze is mad in their tent. It's like the only person who's really like living it up right now is Guide.
Understandable.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I can't complain.
Yeah. All right. So who takes first watch?
I do.
All right. Perception check for me, please.
I know it's a +2. Hold on. Sorry.
You're okay.
Now, just a little bit of metagaming knowledge. Whenever
15.
David, what'd you get?
15.
Okay. You see a shooting star across the sky.
Oh, cool.
Um, just a little bit of meta knowledge. When David gets here, maze can be played very differently. I just don't know maze very well.
Fair.
Who is next?
I'll go ahead and take next.
All right, perception roll, please.
All right.
Come
And that'll be, you said perception?
Yup.
All right, let me try and get the skills. Skills, features, proficiency. Skills. There we go. Perception is an 18.
Click. Looking in the direction of north, you see a gentle breeze that almost becomes a gentle breeze that stirs up some sand and it begins to take shape. This is far off to the north. You can barely see it because the shape begins to take the shape of various creatures with a slight glow about them. You see the fish that Click has described, or not Click, Guide has described. Some small, some large. It's only there for a moment before they vanish once again.
Okay.
And then lastly, Meepo.
Yep.
Are you taking watch?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? Does that need a perception?
Yep.
Exactly.
28.
Looking up into the night sky, Meepo, it is not about what you see, but what you don't see. There are two shapes. Small, much smaller than Absagal that you saw a few days ago, but flying in groups of two, flying from east to west across the night sky. They emit no light. The only way that you can see them is that they block out the stars.
Some freaking UFOs going on here.
With a 28, you are able to see that they are flying creatures of some kind. They are short and squat with broad wings, but that is all you can see from this distance.
Oh man, are they gargoyles?
Make a nature roll.
I don't know what my nature is. I don't even ever use nature.
Intelligence.
+1.
Hey, pretty princess. This is who is yelling at me.
Nat 20.
Meepo, you've spent some time in caves, some time in sewers, sometimes above the sewers. One time you were in an abandoned church, and there was a gargoyle in it. These are definitely gargoyles.
Oh boy. Don't know what to do with this information.
They don't appear to be moving any closer to you. They are simply flying east to west across the night sky.
I tried to tell Guide.
Where is he? You don't know where he is.
That's why I call out his name.
Meepo, about 10 feet 10 feet in front of you, you see this mound rising up and out of the sand. Guide shakes himself up. What?
There's gargoyles flying around.
Yes,
Should we be concerned by that?
only if they land here.
Well,
Then
I
it
hope
may
they
be
don't.
time to pay tribute.
Oh boy.
You keep eye, I go back to sleep.
Fine.
He starts digging out his hole again. And the rest of your night passes pretty simply. And I think that's where we should call it.
All right, sounds good.
Uh-huh.